Hey, what is going on, guys? This is Beanie, and welcome back to another video. Guys, today is a huge day for Diamond Dynasty. We have so much new content coming to Diamond Dynasty. In fact, I think some of it is probably going to be released by the time you get this video. But holy freaking crap, there is so much that is going on. Yeah, let's just go ahead and talk about it. First, we have a new career arc programs that are coming out. There are 12 new programs, I think, that are coming out, and some of these cards are absolutely insane, and some of them are actually kind of disappointing. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about also the All-Star Summer, which seems like it's going to be a ton of fun with a ton of awesome cards to get and play around with and stuff like that. And the Immortals are finally going to be unlocked. If you are willing to put in the grind, the Immortals are now going to be available for you. So that is super exciting as well. So lots of stuff going on. Let's go ahead and talk about the career arcs, though. Okay, the first career arc they showed off was Rob Nen. This was a legend that I was not expecting, but maybe I should have. I think that he was maybe revealed in the trailer, and I just kind of forgot about him. But this card is insane. He's going to be one of the best relief pitchers in the game. He throws absolute gas. He has insane per-nines. He has good pitch selection. I think he's almost an immortal level relief pitcher. So that's a really fun card that we're going to get. Something to mention, though, about these Immortals is that some of them or not Immortals, career arcs, is some of them have absolutely insane stat grinds that we're going to have to do. Now, it is a little bit better than you might think, because one, the exchanges don't seem to be as bad or as restrictive as some of the other ones in some of the Immortals. But as far as the stat grinding goes, especially the relief pitchers, it looks like almost insurmountable. It's like 200 holds, 200 saves, a shit ton of Ks, and for the starting pitchers, it's a ton of Ks and a ton of complete games. The hitters, it doesn't seem as bad. It seems like we might be able to get those done a little bit quicker, but for the pitchers, it looks like it's going to be pretty crazy. But okay, moving on from Rob Nen. We have another relief pitcher, the 89 overall Rowley Fingers card. And Rowley is one of those guys that kind of goes overlooked because he's not the hardest thrower in the world. And he doesn't always have like the best per-nines for relief pitchers, but he's always a super reliable reliever because he has that nasty sinker. I think they gave him a forkball this year, which is disgusting. So he's going to be a really good guy to look out for. But like I said, man, the Rob Nen and the Rowley Fingers, they bleed into the Gossage and I think the Wagner Immortal programs. But my goodness, are they just like ridiculous grinds. Next up, we have a Barry Larkin card. This card is, it's kind of intriguing. It's very good defensively. It has a lot of speed and great stealing and stuff like that, and it hits lefties incredibly well. Like it's a very, very good hitting shortstop versus lefties, but that lack of power versus righties, which is really its only flaw, it could be detrimental to the card. I don't know how many people are going to use this card because of that, unless they really make it to where contact is a good deal more viable. But an interesting card nonetheless. And Barry Larkin, I grew up in the 90s, so I'm a big Barry Larkin fan. So it's a pretty cool card to have. And then we got an 89 overall Zach Greinke. Very solid pitcher across the board, but not spectacular in any way. He throws a little harder than you would expect. He's got really good secondary stuff, but his per-nines are just okay for a guy of his caliber, for an 89 overall caliber. He has good control and stuff like that. It's an interesting card, but Zach Greinke, for whatever reason, throughout the years, it's been really hard for them to make him a viable flashback. He just never really is all that good in this game, and I think it's because his fastball is kind of flat. But nonetheless, it's an 89 overall pitcher, and a lot of people have been struggling to put together good pitching rotations. So this might be a good card for you. And then they got to the Big Daddy. They got to the Big Hurt, Frank Thomas, absolute monster. I mean, I'm talking like this is going to rival the Jeff Bagwell for the best non-immortal first baseman in the game. He's just insane. 99, 95 versus righties, 125, 118 versus lefties. 83 vision, so he's going to have a big PCI. I mean, there is so much to love about this card. He's probably going to be my first baseman for the rest of the year once I pick him up, because I'm probably going to try to play Albert Pujols somewhere else if I get that card. So yeah, just an insane card. I'm super glad that he's not going to be incredibly inaccessible. Like he shouldn't be too difficult to acquire. So yeah, I'm very, very excited about him. Him and one other career ARC are the two that I'm really just absolutely stoked for. And then we got another starting pitcher, the 92 overall Fergie Jenkins. It's a solid card. I mean, I'm not going to shit on it too much, but it's not super impressive. One thing that is really good about it is that it does have a very good delta between his four-seam fastball and what is his fork ball, which kind of acts like a changeup. So it was actually a pretty nasty pitch last year. The only thing that kind of concerns me about this card, though, is his per nines. He only has 74, 83 hit and K per nine, so that could mean that he might struggle a little bit, but I don't know. It's a pretty intriguing card, so let me know what you guys think about it. I like it. I don't love it. That's basically where I'm coming from. Okay, and after that, we get to the Duke Snider, a new legend in MLB The Show, and it's kind of weird that his defense isn't a little bit better. Duke Snider was kind of known for having very, very good defense, but it's still solid defense in the game, but the calling card is, golly, I mean, as a hitter, he's insane. 91, 105 versus righties, like 94, 80 versus lefties, good vision. He's an elite level outfielder at the moment, and if you aren't going for, like the Ken Griffey or the Babe Ruth or the Stan Musial or whatever, this is the card for you. This is going to be one of the better outfielders in the game. So very excited about Duke Snider, and it's just cool to have another legend in the game. Okay, now this is one that I'm just super bummed out about. I can't believe they did it. I feel betrayed. The 92 overall Alomar, I mean, it brings a tear to my eye, because last year, Robbie Alomar was probably my second favorite card in MLB The Show, maybe third behind Beltran and Andre Dawson. But I love that card because as a second baseman, he had power, he had contact, he had vision, he had defense, he had speed, he had it all. And they gave this card, that they put it on the Blue Jays and made it a postseason card, and it's just not as good, man. It's got the speed, it's got solid defense, and all that, but hitting-wise, it's not there. I mean, yeah, he's got 118 contact versus righties, but he's got 71 contact versus lefties, and then he has no power. He has 52-47 power. That is not going to get it done for a Robbie Alomar card. I need 70-plus power on that card. Very disappointing. It's probably the career arc that I'm the most disappointed in. I don't think anybody is really gonna go after it unless you really want the Jackie Robinson card, which I'm not. I'm not really going after the Jackie, so it's probably not gonna be a card that I really target. So yeah, not too impressed with Robbie Alomar. And then we got probably the best pitcher out of the bunch. If there are any pitchers that I'm going to go after, I don't know. I'm probably going to go after all of them because I want the Immortals. But if there's one that I might actually use, it is going to be this 92 overall CC Sabathia. He is nasty. He's got 90 velocity, 95 break. He's got very good pitch selection. He's got a nasty sinker to go along with it. His per nines are pretty solid. 78 hit. 91 or 90K per nine. That's plenty. So yeah, and he's a lefty, which is all, everybody loves lefties. So yeah, really good card. I'm pretty excited about the Sabathia. Who is next? Let's see here. We got another monster, another corner outfielder, Albert Bell. This is from the season where he hit 50 doubles and 50 home runs. This is a nasty card, y'all. I mean, he's got great vision, so big PCI, great contact, 96, 81, and then that 116 power versus righties. My goodness. Oh man, this card is going to be juicy, guys. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Very, very excited about this one. I don't know. Once I get everybody kind of situated into my roster or whatever, I don't know if he's going to make the cut as a starter, but he will be on my team as a bench player at the very least, and probably a starter until I can get some of the immortals, you know, like Babe Ruth and stuff like that. This card is nasty. And then we got a 95 overall Johnny Bench card, and this is one of the best catchers in the game right off the bat. Usually Johnny Bench, like cards that they come out with, he's not as great, but he's not as good versus righties, and that ends up hurting his value a good bit. And this card, it's not as good versus righties as you may want, but it's still enough to be like, okay, I can buy this for that lefty power and that defense that he has, if you're so inclined to get that defense at catcher. I mean, he has got some nasty hitting numbers. Versus righties, 74-80. He's got good 79 vision. And then versus lefties, he's just insane. 99 contact with the 123 power. My goodness, that is ridiculous. So yeah, Johnny Bench, extremely good catcher. I'm kind of surprised he wasn't an immortal card, but, you know, what are you going to do? And then, wait, what was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. Whatever, let's move on. Okay, and I'm glad we did move on, because this is probably my favorite career arc out of all these. I love the Frank Thomas, but this one is insane. The 95 overall Mike Schmidt. I don't know how Mike Schmidt isn't an immortal. The guy had 105 career WAR in his career. Like, that's insanity. Mike Piazza had like 59 WAR, and he's an immortal. This guy had twice as much, and he's not. I don't get it, but he's a very accessible career arc. He's not as tough to get as an immortal, and my God, is this card insane or what? So, okay, obviously he's got insane power, 102, 109, contact versus righty, 72, that's better than I thought it would be. 98 contact versus lefties, insane. And then his vision's not that bad, 66 vision, that's enough, man. And then that defense, elite level defense over there at third base. But the selling point of this card for me is the fact that he can play shortstop. As soon as I'm able to start grinding for this card, I'm getting it. I'm getting the Chipper Jones done. I'm sticking Chipper Jones at third base, and then I'm putting this Mike Schmidt at shortstop. I was going to put my Chipper at shortstop potentially, or maybe even left field or somewhere like that. No longer. This Mike Schmidt is going at shortstop, and Chipper is going at third base. So yeah, I'm super jacked for this card. It's probably going to be my shortstop for the rest of the year. You're getting elite level defense and power that you just never see from a shortstop. Very, very exciting. Okay, but that is it for the career arcs. Now let's talk about All-Star Summer. This is going to be awesome, guys. I haven't been that impressed with the content this year, but they really, really came through today. I mean, the next month is just going to be chock full of amazing new content. Really excited about it, and this All-Star Summer thing looks awesome. First of all, we got 3 new events. We got 2 split squad events where you play with American League outfielders, National League infielders, National League pitchers, and then vice versa. And then you have the home run event, or what do they call it? The moonshot event, which is personally last year was like my favorite event because there was just so much offense to go around. But basically what it is you use common pitchers and any hitter that you want. So yeah, lots of balls are going to be flying out. Gonna be a really fun event. And then the split squad, I don't think there is any cap on your overall, so that is going to be a lot of fun as well. And the rewards for these are very good too. You got Zach Britton, who is definitely going to be a lefty reliever on my team, a super solid card. And then for the moonshot event, you got a Jose Bautista card that looks actually really freaking good. Really, like one of the better hitters in the game right now. And then he's got like decent defense to go along with a really strong arm. I mean, it's a card that might be tempting to stick in your starting lineup. I mean, it could be one of those cards that if his swing is right and you're really feeling it, could be an in-game potential card, especially if you'd rather have the offense over the defense or the balance or whatever. And then finally, the second split squad event, you get the 87 overall Ben Zobrist. And Ben Zobrist, to me, is one of the most fun cards in the game. He's a super utility guy, can play any position except for pitcher and catcher. He's a solid hitter, a solid defender all the way around. He's a switch hitter, and this year, usually he's not as good versus righties, or like he's not good enough to really be starting caliber or something like that. This year it is kind of, it's a starting caliber card because it's 70 plus versus righties, lefties, power, contact across the board. It's 70 plus, so that's enough to make him a viable card. He's probably going to go on my bench, but he's definitely going on my team just because I personally love those Swiss Army knife players that are switch hitters, that can play anywhere, have good defense, good hitting, all that. Those are my favorite types of players in MLB The Show. So he's definitely going on the squad in some capacity. Very excited to get him on there. Just tons of stuff to enjoy. And then we have another mission for the All-Star Summer, or a program for the All-Star Summer, where you can get a few gold cards. I think there's a diamond Mark Melanson in there, but at the very end, you're going to get a 93 overall Tony Gwynn, who doesn't have a ton of power, but everything else, it's kind of like an Ichiro card. He's got amazing defense, amazing contact, amazing vision, and amazing speed. So if you're one of those guys that likes Ichiro and you'd like to get another card kind of like him, the Tony Gwynn might be for you. In fact, I think he has like a little bit more power than the Ichiro, but not really enough to make that big of a difference. So yeah, the Tony Gwynn could be very exciting for some people. I'll probably pick him up. I don't know what role he's going to play, but I'll probably get him. But yeah, oh my God, guys, they've released it. It's released. Everything is released. I just noticed it. Holy cow. Okay, I'm switching over to my Elgato gameplay now. This is insane. Oh my God, guys. Yeah, so you can see all the cards right here. You can see all the missions and everything. Super exciting, guys. I don't know. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. This is going to be awesome. All of these Immortals are now released. Should be awesome though. If you guys are as excited as I am, please leave a like on this video. If you're new to the channel, I'd really appreciate a sub. We just got over 4,000 subscribers. We're on the road to 5K. Hopefully we can hit it pretty soon. So yeah, I love you guys. I will see y'all later, but until then, peace.